I gotta level up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 11 Foot Pole, a tale of high adventure. I am your long-suffering dungeon master, Glenn, who will be doing my best to wrangle these cats through a grim, dark adventure on the savage, burning wastes of Athos. Joining me is my regular band of malcontents.
Hey, I'm Corey. I'm playing Fulgrin Dustwalker, a level 5 Savage Barbarian of the Wastes.
I'm Darren. I'm playing Zorus, a level 5 Gladiator of the Wastelands.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Chaka, a 5th level Thrycreen Ranger of the Wasteland.
There you go. JP playing Taldori on this episode of Bloody Valentine Dark Sun campaign.
I'm Matt playing Duroc.
Okay. All right, so when we last left our band of heroes, you guys were out here on the savage wastelands, and you had made it back to Fort Iron. Your or at least that's what outsiders call it. This is your home base and so forth. Of course, we know that you guys call it Fort Wayne after the original Iron Daughter that first settled there. So as our adventure starts, we see this this fort that's kind of built into this rocky hillside, right? And it's kind of like a 3-tiered sort of fort thing, and all the buildings are made out of rock and built into the hillside. And as we're gonna blow the budget on a drone shot, and the drone is gonna fly around, and the people of Fort Wayne decorate it with these banners, with these very colorful banners that are flying off of these stakes and stands all around the village. And then the drone kind of zooms around and it comes out and shows. I think we want to zoom past the guards on the wall, right, as they're looking out, and then they see the approaching caravan. Wariv, the caravan leader, is coming in with with this long train of lizards, bringing finished goods from the other 10 towns and from Tyr, and bringing them into town, right? So you guys kind of receive a hero's welcome. You know, everybody's excited that the caravan has returned safely. Fulgrin, you might have some lizard man. You might have a lizard man's arm or something, or maybe a tail over your shoulder.
No, only the choicest bits, livers and whatever else you would
Giblets?
eat from a lizard.
Sweet
man.
bread.
There you go.
Excellent. So you guys, a horn blows to signal that you guys aren't an enemy, and all the people of the village, all the villagers come pouring out of their. Taldori, what is my Bloody Valentine? Just because we're recording this
Valentine's episode, yes.
I see.
It's February.
I see. Okay. All right.
It's a great classic movie also, if no one's seen it. I highly recommend it.
You put more
1981 for Corey, before Corey's time.
It was literally the beginning of my time.
So the children of the town come out, to see you guys, and the women who are grinding grubs into flour and stuff come out, and everybody comes to see you guys as you pull in, and people are helping unpack the wagons. And Wariv introduces the people of the town to Morphid and her bodyguard, Horgan. And he's like, Horgan. That's all he ever says. He was going to be mute, but somebody decided that it'd be funnier if he only said his name. And he pays each of you 100 ceramic pieces, which is your pay for helping protect the caravan and all that. So add 100 ceramic pieces apiece to your inventory. Morfed, she is very happy to meet the people of the village, and honestly, she's very interested in the ways of the people of Fort Wayne. It is wonderful to meet you all. And she, is introduced to a bunch of people around the village and so on and so forth. So each of you has a chance to go to your own little personal nest, hut, place of residence there in Fort Wayne. So I want to get an idea of where each of you stay, what your little apartment, room, cave, ledge looks like. Darroch, let's start with you. So you're a druid. You're kind of an outsider a little bit. Do you have a bed in town, or do you like sleep out on the mountainside somewhere?
Yeah, I like to be as in real life. I like to be near by myself. So I'm going to
be
Playing to type?
outside. Yeah,
side of town.
Okay, all right. So so you kind of the fort is kind of built into this sort of rock face, right? So the camera shows you climbing up among the rocks, and there's a few savage goats of the wastelands up there, and the savage vultures of the wasteland kind of give you the side eye as you're climbing up. They have antennas sticking out and all this stuff. And you just kind of nod to them and, give them a little fist bump, and they're like, oh, okay, all right, it's Darroch. And you finally get up to this little ledge where you like to sit and look out over the desert and watch the sunrise and all this stuff. I don't know, you've got some... What do you have up there? What do you do with your time when you're not adventuring?
I'm mostly just reading.
Easy.
Yeah, I got you, but I'm going to run the target. Do you need me? No, thank you. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm mostly just reading. I have a couple books up there.
Scrolls?
Scrolls. Okay,
yes,
scrolls.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
just taking the long rest.
I see.
Relaxing.
I see. And what savage scrolls of the wasteland do you have?
Hell, I don't know.
Romance novels, philosophy books, recipes,
Game of cactuses.
Game of Stones.
That's right.
That's
better.
That's it. Yeah.
That's better, JP. That's a lot better.
Yeah. Instead of a song of ice and fire, it's just a song of fire and more fire. So you're reading Game of Stones. I don't know how to tell your character. You're in for a disappointment.
I heard the last book is pretty sad.
The last scroll. It would have
Yeah.
been better if that last scroll had been lost in the apocalypse. To be honest.
That's right.
Darren, what about Zorus? Has he got a girlfriend? Has he got a pit bull? What has he got?
I think Zorus keeps it pretty simple. He probably has been used to living with guys his whole life. He probably bunks with a lot of the other soldiers who are in town. Maybe kind of wherever a barracks is. He's not a big material possession guy. Weapons and someplace to
Okay.
sleep that night. He's not really tied to a particular place.
So, so I'm picturing the gym from Rocky, right, where Burgess Meredith is training Rocky, right? And so it's this worn out. Everything in there, has seen a lot of use. You got these practice dummies and stuff that are just burlap sacks full of gravel, and the hardcore training guys, are there. They're happy to see you. I'm suddenly picturing a Fred Flintstone where all the weights are just like round rocks, right? With this stick in between, and guys are like bench pressing rocks and stuff. I love it. And so do you have, you go to the kind of locker room area, do you have like trophies from your days as a gladiator, or do you have some kind of a pennant or anything from your gladiator days?
I think the Zorus would keep it real simple. He might have, a necklace that had, a couple of things on it, but he just traveled light. As an escape kind of slave, you really wouldn't hold on to a lot of material stuff. It's probably a cot in the back of that room and maybe a couple of things, but a lot of times just what he could wear or what he could hang on to, that you didn't go back to places a lot. And we're on the road anyway.
I like it. Chaka.
Mm-hmm.
What's Chaka's nest situation?
Chaka's nest is kind of altitude, like a cave opening or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That
can only be reached by prodigious leaping.
Yeah. I'm thinking like Land of the Lost, where they're out there in that cave opening, which is right about Tyrannosaurus height, head height, right? His head was always right there.
Excellent. So this is around the other side from where Darroch is, like on his ledge, right?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah,
okay.
He kind of likes the solitude, but you wouldn't know it to look at him or her, because we haven't established the sex with Chaka, right? Mm-hmm. Or him or her, but he or she has a bonsai tree. That's what he spends his time doing is maintaining his bonsai tree.
I love it.
He doesn't sleep, being a
Taldori maintains her bonsai tree also.
Whoa!
Whoa! Hey.
Okay. Anyway, you were saying. Okay, so is he also got like a pair of chopsticks where he's like trying to catch a desert fly of the wastes, or just?
Yeah, naturally. When he's at home resting, he's like Susie Homemaker.
Oh. All right.
He's got an apron.
Yeah, I got a little flowery apron. Okay. All right. Yeah. I love it. What about Taldori?
Taldori is a wastelander, and she's used to solitude and poor, squallish lifestyle. So she's just she doesn't have any possessions. She has no weapons or inventory to speak of. Maybe like a pouch, and she just she can sit anywhere, be comfortable anywhere, in squalor, or she feels uncomfortable if the room's too nice. She's always kind of dirty, kind of like she's lived on the streets of New York too long.
So she just curls up on a bench. She curls up on a rock somewhere and sleeps every night.
Whatever's there, yeah. And she's with her class and her background. She's always very inward thinking and looking, and she doesn't speak a lot, and she's always just trying to. She's talking to herself and to other people in her mind, not literally, figuratively. She's like talking to maybe her great old one, trying to figure out who, what, when, where, because she's still kind of trying to piece everything together.
Ah, okay. Trying to talk to voices. Like it. All right, so she's kind of a sleeping in the subway with her hair all matted with filth, and she's like,
Exactly.
and she's like, "Oh, the A train is 4 minutes late. Oh, the A train is 4 minutes late."
Well, no, except she doesn't speak it out loud. She talks to the voices in her head, because she doesn't speak a lot. So yeah.
So
but
her
yes,
eyes
in her
are
head,
just
that's what
kinda
it sounds
looking
like.
around.
Yes.
All right.
Quite the fantasy life we're indulging in.
Yeah. So Fulgrin, you wanna keep the antisocial what do you call it? A full house, straight flush. Do you want to keep the antisocial straight flush going?
Hey, there are other people in the gym.
That's
I'm
right.
friends.
That's right. Thank you.
No, Fulgrin actually would love to be social, but I would think that the villagers are still maybe a little, if not off-put. I mean, he is a halfling, and they're not. There's probably still some leftover fear that he's going to eat them. Which
You're
is
a
not.
cannibal.
Not a
It's not a
completely
ridiculous
unfounded
fear.
Yeah, not a completely unfounded
Right.
fear. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's never eaten anyone from the village.
Right.
But
See, the fact you have to qualify who you've eaten is where the concerning part comes in.
From the village.
from the
That
village.
didn't deserve it.
That you know of that didn't deserve
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But so he
That you would miss.
right, yeah. So he is probably he's got a. I'm thinking like a desert version of a witch's hut, kind of out on just right on the edge of town. Like he'd like to be in town, but he wants people to be comfortable where he is. So I imagine it's made mainly of bone and like bones of large creatures and like tarps. And he's got lots of like hanging bone charms, like carved bones.
Oh, I love it.
Like wind chimes, but made of bone.
Bone chop.
Yeah.
So he's
I
sitting
love it.
alone at the cafeteria table looking across the people he wishes were his friends.
Yeah, he doesn't understand why.
Or that he wishes he could eat.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to eat people that. It's not like he can't eat other things. He eats other things. He just, he likes to eat his enemies.
Exactly.
None of these people are his enemies.
So I think some of the tribe children, right, of a certain age, like dare each other to get close enough to your hut to like shake one of the bone wind chime things and then run away and stuff and see whether or not you stick your head out and everything. But I think there are definitely some people in the village that like and trust you. It's not everybody. There's going to be a few people in the village that see you as an asset. I mean, actually, all of you, even Chaka, are respected in the village for your martial prowess and your abilities as fighters and defenders. So a couple days go by. Zoris, you're practicing with your gouge and learning how to hit him on the in stroke and the out stroke. Chaka, you went to 2 attacks around also, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, all right. So you're practicing with your bow and with your whatever that thing is that your savage staff of the wastelands. Oh, and Fulgrin, you as well, right? Yeah. So you're practicing.
I'm practicing like a bola, like using 2 bolas at one time to try and trip up the kids that are get off my lawn. All of
I
that.
love it.
2 bolas at one time at your size is tricky, man.
Maybe it's just in quick succession.
I mean, I've seen crazier things. Taldori unlocks some new psionic powers. What? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'll tell you that she's working on that. because I didn't get the memo in the last 12 seconds of the closing credits. So she's working on it. But
okay, all right. She's even now, she's looking deep within herself.
That's right.
For new levels of power. So a couple days go by, and you guys are adapting back to village life, and all the goods are getting distributed and everything else. And then you guys receive word through the grapevine that Persephone, the village elder, wants to meet with the five of you, right? So late one evening, after the evening gruel is served, and I think Darroch might lead the villagers in little like ceremonies of thanking the desert for this bounty, and not that there's that much bounty, but we haven't starved. So I think you're kind of the Groundhog Day. On Groundhog Day, the guy with the top hat and I think that's you. I think you lead the village in little Thanksgiving ceremonies. What do you think?
Sure, sounds good. Or
right.
I could be like the old guy in Karate Kid 2 that's sitting there, playing the little musical
Sitting around.
Yeah. You could even do like the Catholic priest used to do, where you're doing the service in a language no one understands, and everybody just knows when to stand up and kneel back down and stand back up and clap twice, and then okay. So after that, the sun is set. Everybody's done the little Simon Says ceremony, and then you guys go back into the rocks. Darren, what's wrong, man? You got a look on your face like you do not want to go meet the village elder. You're like, or is it because you can't see?
No, I'm just my internet speed is slow, and I'm trying to see if I can fix something. So,
okay.
Sorry.
So you guys
Concentration
go back.
face. My bad.
She doesn't. No, it's fine. Persephone doesn't come out of her cave very often, right? The different village elders and leaders and stuff in the community go in there and meet with her, and so you guys are summoned, and you go back through these caves and down these steps, and the wind is kind of moaning weirdly through the rocks, and there's little cactus oil lanterns every 15 feet or so. It's dark and kind of creepy. And her acolyte, which is this young girl, right, is standing there, and she kind of greets you with a bow and leads you back into Persephone's sanctum. And there's the smell of incense wafting through the air. There's kind of a beaded curtain that you have to push aside to get in there. And there she is, and she's seated on this, it's like a stone chair that was like built into it, but they've like put all these cushions and exotic silks and stuff to build her up kind of this throne. And she's sitting there, and she nods sagely at you guys in greetings. Welcome back from your long travels, adventurers. How went your travels?
It went very well. Thank you for asking.
Word has reached my ears that the giants of the ringing mountains are behaving strangely. So you guys may remember you were in.
Yeah, we avoided that trail.
You guys are in the village of Nightstone. These are the Ringing Mountains over here, beyond Tyr. She says, "Word has reached my ears that the giants of the Ringing Mountains are behaving strangely."
Fulgrin will step up since he's from the mountains, and he'll first pull out he's made a gift for
Persephone.
That is it's a hollowed out like femur bone, and he's made like a cut the top off and then made like a groove in it, and it's it's an incense stick burner, so she can put it in there. It'll catch all the ash.
You are most kind, Fulgrin. She sets it to the side.
No problem. We had some of those to go around, so extra bones. Always like to make. I know you like your sweet smells.
Yes, bring a bong next time. Like you did last year. I got much use out of that. So, tell me about the giants.
We did notice that they were they attacked the village of Nightstone and stole the Nightstone from it.
Did you see?
Right. Yep.
Did you see these giants yourselves?
No, just tracks and traces of them, and we were told by the villagers that's who did it, and we saw big giant boulders in town that had been thrown in.
This is not their way. They are not known for attacking the settlements of the great alluvial sand wastes. For many generations, we have coexisted in peace with them. I have heard stories that in days of ancient past, they ruled over all these lands as far as the eye can see. So, go ahead.
Do you, Elder? Do you know anything about this Nightstone that they took? Is it something from the old times that maybe they think is theirs, or they feel is theirs, and they were retrieving it?
It is funny you should ask, Fulgrin, because I don't know a damn thing about it. I rolled a 2. But I am still gravely concerned. Tell me, are you planning on attending the Karakara Fair next week, in 2 weeks? By the way, you guys are planning on attending the Karakara Fair in 2 weeks, in case you didn't know.
Oh, yep, sure, yep, yeah, we sure are. That's our next stop, I think.
Excellent.
Wouldn't miss it.
I implore you to gather what rumors you can. The people of Karakara live closer to the giants than most villages of the 10 towns. They may know much that we do not.
Madam, you said that we've lived in peace with the giants for many years. So do you think the problem is the giants themselves, or is somebody controlling them?
Your question shows great insight, Druid. Indeed, I am concerned that some force may have stirred up the giants into acting in this peculiar way. Of course, the attack against Nightstone could have been much worse. If the giants wanted, they could have killed them all. Still, it is a matter of concern. I am trusting you to gather rumors in Karakara, but be discreet. We don't want to arouse unnecessary panic. I can count on the 5 of you for discretion.
I would say discreet is our middle name, but it is not.
They don't call us the discretionary 5 for nothing.
Middle name is Finesse. Thank you very much.
At Nightstone, there were also warplings that attacked. Have you ever known of them to work with giants, or were they just being opportunistic? That's a big word for me to use. Don't know where that came from.
I picture him going,
You keep using that word. Listen, I would be very surprised if the warplings were cooperating with anyone. They are creatures of chaos and madness. No, I do not think so. By the way, I understand you guys fought some lizard folk on the way back. Good work driving them off.
Yes, we did.
If you want to call it a fight.
Yeah. one of my favorites. Tastes like chicken.
You realize that she is nodding off as you guys talk. Do you guys leave?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait! Before you go,
She wakes up suddenly.
yeah, she literally does that. I did not dismiss you. Before you go, here. And she reaches in between these cushions and she pulls out a folded piece of parchment. Which one of you? I know charisma is every. Oh no, Darren, you have the highest charisma, right? Because you're a gladiator. You have a what? Oh, damn it, he's cutting out. Anyway.
12.
12. Okay.
12, I'd say. 12.
And that is the best of the whole party, I take it?
Oh, yeah.
What about
We're a motley
Taldori?
crew.
Does Taldori have a good charisma?
Caldori has a wonderful charisma.
What is it?
18.
She has an 18 charisma?
Hell.
Yes.
The note...
She doesn't let
I
people
succeed
know.
my role. I acquiesce my role as the finesse of charisma.
No, because he specifically decided he wanted to create a character who hardly ever talks and has no interpersonal skills.
You know, the nappy hair is just a rouge, you know, and the dirt on the face, it's all just a rouge. It's not rouge, it is a rouge.
But
A ruse?
anytime you want to step in on and help on a negotiation or something, you just let us know.
I will.
All right. Well, in that case, Darren, the letter is for Zoris, but it's intended for all of you. So you guys have of course been to Caracara City Fair before, and Rodar the Rat, old Rodar the Rat. She's a junk dealer, kind of in the town of Caracara. She has a reputation for luckily finding interesting objects and selling them at a profit. And
sounds like our kind of people.
Yeah. And she sent you guys a message telling you to try to get to town a few days early for the fair. She wants to talk to you guys about something. That's all it says. It's like, want to talk to you guys. If you guys can get to the fair a couple days early, that would be great.
Now,
Then,
when we go to the fair, because we've been there before, and I assume it's a yearly kind of thing. Is this something where we travel with the caravan? Does the caravan go, or this is our own little thing that we do?
Now, you guys just go to the fair. The caravan goes to Caracara at a different time. This is just like a little trek that you guys make. A few other people from the town probably go as well.
It's a road trip.
It is. It's a road trip. It's, every year people come from various towns and villages to this fair. It's the main... Caracara is like a tourist town,
Yeah. Going to Vegas, baby. Go meet some girls.
Vegas, baby.
Pretty much. What happens in Caracara...
All right, then.
Okay. So, a few more days pass, and can I take it for granted that you guys are gonna make your way to the fair? Is that what happens next?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Meet me in Caracara. Mm-hmm. Like meet me in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So, Morphid and Hergen want to come with you guys. Let's roll for a random encounter as you guys travel across the open wastes. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by y'all's chat. For the sake of campaign continuity, let's try this. What do you call it? The Drakenheim way. Everybody roll a d20 and let me know if anybody gets a 1.
Oh, that'll be me.
Right? Normally.
Close. 9.
3.
8.
Darren, what'd you get? Give us a hand gesture. 5,
4,
10,
4.
4. Okay, 4. All right.
I think we need to write Congress or get something started in Congress to like work on these rural internet, things for half of our party here.
I mean,
should be better options. Should be provided for everybody.
I know.
It's a human right to have stable internet.
Well, maybe someday they'll get to
They
it.
dug up my front yard all summer to put in the new internet, and then now we're charging an egregious amount for it. So
And now they say it's not available in your area.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys are heading out to Caracara with these two, I did a Russian accent for Morphid. Is this right? Don't everybody speak at once? I'm pretty sure Morphid is very interested in the 10 towns. She wants to learn much more. So Darren Zoris is still being secretive about his pew pew gun and his Bluetooth focus, right?
Pew pew.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So as you guys are traveling,
Although we may want to talk to this junk dealer about it, though, right?
Rodor the Rat? Rodor the Rat would be the perfect person. As you guys are traveling, you do see an area where a bunch of Kolovas, which are basically ettercaps of the Savage Wastes, have set up an ambush, which is like sort of a sand pit with a bunch of webs and stuff around it, right? But fortunately, you don't fall into the trap because a passing purple worm has fallen in, and they're kind of swarming all over it and trying to poison it enough that it stops thrashing and smashing them. So you guys see this whole fight taking place at a distance. But managed to avoid it. All right, so on the second day, you guys arrive at Karakara, which is basically a C-shaped village, kind of up against the hills that lead into the mountains there. And all of their buildings are basically like teepees and tents. Everything is basically canvas over some kind of frame, right? Some of them would be like the rounded frames made out of some crazy desert dinosaur, right? Where they take the rib bones and they set them up, and then they put a canvas thing along it to create a sort of a longhouse. And some of them are just more conventional sort of tents and teepees. And that backs up against the hills. So, you guys arrive in town. You know a few people around town. I assume you're asking about Rodor the Rat?
Rodar.
You find out pretty quick Rodar hasn't been seen in a few days in town. But you are approached. You are approached by a tall, slender woman in colorful, fashionable clothes. Her hair cut short, and a mace at her belt. This is Marta, who is one of the town elders. So you would notice the town is in the process of preparing for the fair, obviously, right? So picture in your mind like the big top has come to town, and they're in the process of setting up. Right? So there's people carrying around bundles of sticks and people who are painting signs, and the juggler is practicing, and the bearded woman, well, that wouldn't be that weird in Athos. The guy who hammers nails into his own skull, all these it's a carnival setting up kind of atmosphere. And Marta approaches you. Everybody roll a d20 for me.
I got a 5.
7.
16.
18.
14.
Chaka, Judge Marta feels the most comfortable speaking to you. She's had good interactions with you in the past, and so she comes right up to you. I assume you establish a telepathic bond with her.
Yeah. Whoa there, Missy. Yeah, it's a little too close.
No, she knows about your boundaries. She knows about your boundaries.
And she doesn't care.
She's a close talker.
Yeah.
Bit of a close talker.
It's better than a low talker because those are the worst. I have permanent hearing loss.
Did she sidle up to him first? Sidler.
She saddled up to him, just crawled right on his back, and you're ready to go.
All right. So she comes up to you and she grabs you like your secondary hands. You know, she like takes hold of one of your secondary hands.
Oh, hands. Right.
And she's like,
That's right.
"Oh, Chaka, I'm so glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Listen, and she kind of looks around. Can we talk in private? Like you and your friends?"
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what's going to happen is the drag queen is going to relay how uncomfortable he's feeling at the moment to the barbarian, who has such.
The barbarian has a name, Jason.
Yeah, because he has such great charisma. But he's
Oh,
gonna
you
be
mean
like,
me? I
the
really
drag queen's
don't.
gonna be like, man, I can't handle this shit right now.
Like,
Yeah.
Like when you're at a party
Absolutely.
with your
Let's go
wife
somewhere
and she tries
quieter.
you're at a party with your wife and she tries to give you the signal that you guys need to leave, that she's like done with this event. Yeah. So
Seriously, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to brush her hand off, and I'm going to kind of turn the other direction.
like, I'll come up, Glenn, and like offer my arm and said, "Absolutely, let's go somewhere a little quieter to where we can talk."
all right. Fulgrin, do you say anything?
I just look at Chaka, just like, really? Really?
Wait, what'd I do? Right.
So she takes you aside to this tent that's being set up. She actually she pulls you into this tent, and in there is Iban. Iban Korath is a bearded, heavy-set male who smells like honey wine and keeps a shield and spear close at hand. Darren, you immediately size this guy up as he could have been a gladiator. In fact, he has gladiator stats. And he's probably the most capable fighter in this town. Marta says, I don't want this getting out because I don't want anything. She's still addressing Chaka, even though she's standing right next to Zoras. She's like addressing Chaka, even though you're standing in the back. She's like still talking to you.
I like doing my nails. It's like,
I can't afford for this to get out. This could ruin the festival. This could ruin the fair. Our prizes are being stolen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So you guys would know this from previous festivals. So let me fill you in. The Dreaming Hills, which are sort of these hills that lead up into the Ringing Mountains from here, are famous for these weird kind of trinkets and little gadgets just showing up from nowhere for years, right? Just random little pieces of ceramic that will flash or make a weird sound, or kind of you touch a button on it, it'll like hover in the air. Just weird little trinkets that show up in the area, right? So what happens at the Caracara Fair is people come and they play the fair games, right? And if they win enough tickets, then they get some of these little trinkets. Okay, so that's the background information. You guys would know during the year, people go out into the hills and collect these weird random trinkets, and then they are the prizes that people are competing for in the Caracara Fair. Yeah. Someone has been stealing the prizes. We're dangerously low, and the fair is only a week away.
Do you have any suspects?
Oh. Would everybody please quit typing and start role-playing? Is that too much to ask? God. You
wasn't talking to me.
You realize our fans can't see all of this stuff. All they hear is you guys not talking or role-playing. Listen. I've been in charge of guarding the prizes for several seasons now, and I'm telling you, it's not the first time that somebody's tried to sneak in here, but nobody has seen anything. It's as if the thieves were invisible. I've tried everything I can think of to figure out who they are and how they're getting in and how they're getting out, but I'm coming up blank.
Where are your prizes stored? Are they under like lock and key, or are they just in a barrel somewhere?
What is this lock and key you speak of?
A lock.
Oh, sorry. This is Athos. This is the Bronze Age. There aren't any locks or locksmiths around here. Okay. Basically, you tie it down with a strap, and you tighten the strap down, and then you go, "That's not going anywhere." That's how you know something's not going anywhere.
I think we've come to the root of your problem.
No, listen. And he shows you this sort of bin that they keep this stuff in, and it's got a lizard skin closure that he like threads up and tightens up real good. He's like, I mean, I sleep in here right next to them. There's no, I can't figure out how anyone is getting past my vigilance. Taldori, make a insight check.
A magic box.
That's a natural 20 for a 21.
Oh my God. Wait, you have an 18 charisma? And
Insight is wisdom based.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right.
Yeah, see, Glenn,
Well-
some of us read the rules.
Oh, fuck off. These guys aren't in here with you. So I told you he smells of hell wasp honey wine. So like the alcoholic content of his breath as he says, I can't figure out how anyone could be getting past my vigilance. Like just the content of his breath nearly knocks you over. Yeah, Marta's just shaking her head. It's like, it's a mystery.
Have they taken anything else, or just the trinkets? Nothing else has gone missing?
prizes. The prizes.
The prizes. Marta says no, nothing else is that we know of has gone missing.
Except maybe the honey wasp alcohol.
No, that's all accounted for. Trust me.
Now, when you say you sleep in here, like you sleep or you are unconscious in here?
I don't know exactly what you're trying to imply. Are you saying you don't think I'm a decent guard? I was telling you, this isn't the first time someone's tried to steal something up out of here, and I've caught them every time before. I'm telling you, there's something preternatural going on this time.
I guess it's possible. Have you been drinking more lately?
Damn.
Look, I can quit anytime I want, okay? I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I get drunk, I fall over, no problem. But listen,
Got it down pat.
Well, maybe
listen, smart guy.
we should.
If, how do you explain that no one has seen who it is coming into the town or going out of the town? Explain that to me, because I can tell you one thing for certain. Marta and I have checked everybody's huts, and it's no one in town.
Is that
Check the.
do I feel like he's
Check
telling the
Marta's
truth
hut?
when he said that?
I don't know. Do you feel like he's telling the truth? Go ahead and roll
Insight
an
check,
insight
Fulgrim.
check. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Use charisma. Use your charisma.
No. 18.
This is what I have to deal with, viewers. This is the treatment I get for all the hard work I put in. You feel like he's telling the truth. They've definitely turned this town upside down looking for these trinkets and had no luck.
Has this been happening like every night?
Every 2 or 3 nights.
Maybe you just need new.
I told you no one has seen anyone coming or going. But, fudge crackers. Somebody did report seeing some tracks. And I'm going to tell you who that is right now. It's the Helpful Sisters. Allie and Corey. Allie, A-L-L-I-E, and Corey, C-O-R-I. They say that out back of their hut, they saw some tracks leading out into the desert. But by the time we got there to check them out, they were gone. The tracks, not Allie and Corey, they're still there.
Is there anything particular out that way? Out in the desert in that direction?
I mean,
Got him. You stumped him, Fulgrim.
well, you're supposed to go talk to them.
Oh well.
How about I
talk to the girl.
suggest we go talk to them?
Okay, you guys go and talk to Allie and Corey. They've got this. They basically have set up what amounts to an inn for people who are visiting the fair. So it's empty right now.
Is that like a Airbnb?
He shoots
Ba-dum-bum.
and scores from deep. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll tell you what.
That's from long range. That was.
if you listeners, if you feel like the party should try to treat me a little better, please let them know in the comments for this video. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and if you want to find out what they learn at the Fair B&B, join us next time on 11 Foot Pole.